Hi, today I'm reviewing the number 7 Restore and Renew Face and Neck Multi-Action Serum. And really quick, I just want to say I purchase these products with my own money, so if you want to help keep the channel independent, check out my products at the Amazon link below. So I've had requests to review more drugstore type brands, specifically number 7, so I've got several of their products that I've been trying out, and I've got some more coming up in the next few weeks, so definitely stay tuned for that if you're a number 7 fan, and I'm hoping some of their other products fare pretty good. So anyway, so this is one of their newer serums, so I thought I'd review it, and I'm going to let you guys know my thoughts on it based on my Sarah Scores scale. And my first criteria is packaging, and I love that they tend to package things in squeeze tubes. It just is easier for traveling, and it also protects the antioxidants from exposure to light and air, so they did a very nice job using kind of their standard. Most of their serums are packaged in squeeze tubes, so they did a nice job with that. My second criteria is alcohol, and for the most part it doesn't contain alcohols, but it does contain T-butyl alcohol, which is down the list a little ways, so it's not as big of a concern. Technically, it's safe for use in cosmetics. I did some reading on PubMed and things like that. However, it can be a drying alcohol, and it can be used as a fragrance ingredient as well. And usually it's used as a solvent to kind of smoothen the product out and help it absorb a little bit faster. So the product would be better without that, in my opinion. But otherwise, there are no other drying alcohols, so that is a good thing. Denatured alcohols. Those are the ones you typically want to avoid. My third criteria is fragrance, and this is probably the biggest misstep they took with this. It contains a lot of fragrance. It's a floral scent. It's very heavy. It takes a long time to dissipate, and it's very strong. It's in the first third of the ingredients list, and unfortunately, they've done my pet peeve, which is put fragrance above pretty much all of the beneficial ingredients. So I'm not a huge fan of that. Including a little bit of it that dissipates quickly is okay, but when it sticks around for a long time and it's very heavy, in fact, my skin, the fragrance didn't seem to bother my skin as much as it did my nose. It started giving me a little bit of a headache. So the first few times I used it was just like overpowering. So yeah, so not a huge fan of that, especially when they include it above the beneficial ingredients that they're touting. They're going to help your skin and restore it and renew it, help it look more firm. Don't include more fragrance than the good stuff then. A little bit is okay, but too much is just too much. So anyway, and it's pretty floral. So it's not even, if it were just very, very, very light, it wouldn't even be that bad. But when it's overwhelming, it's a lot. My fourth criteria is the manufacturing location, and this is made in the UK, so no issues with that. I believe Walgreens now owns the number 7 brand, so kind of interesting. Walgreens is getting into the skincare game big time these days. So my fifth criteria is ease of use, and it's very easy to use. It's very nice light serum. It absorbs very quickly, very nice smooth feeling. So yeah, so you can see it pretty much absorbs almost instantly. So very nice feeling, nice and kind of soft feeling almost. So very easy to use. You can see it absorb pretty much instantly. So very easy to use. My sixth criteria is antioxidants, and keep in mind that all of these, with the exception of the vitamin C, are all after the fragrance on the ingredient list. So it contains retinol palmate, contains several different ceramides, 2 different types of vitamin E, ginseng root, and then mulberry extract. So it's got a lot of beneficial ingredients in it. I'm not exactly sure why they market this towards face and neck. For some reason, the skin on my neck is far more sensitive than on my face. So when I use this on my neck, I had to rinse it off. Pretty much the second time I used it, I had to rinse it off my neck because it got so irritated, probably from the fragrance, and the retinol that's in there is a little bit drying. Retinol is not necessarily a bad thing, but I try just to use it on my face because my neck is so sensitive to a lot of different things. But back on the topic of antioxidants, it's got a lot of good ones in there, so always a good thing. My seventh criteria is animal testing, and the number 7 brand is not cruelty-free as of yet. Hopefully they'll change. My 8th criteria is performance, and it definitely feels silky. Although in the long run, it just left my skin feeling drier than had I not applied it at all. But upon application, it feels silky. It temporarily helps smooth out fine lines. It temporarily will make your skin look a little more plump than it did. But in my opinion, those effects were not very long lasting. And again, my neck was far too sensitive for some of the ingredients in here. So if you have sensitive skin, probably acne-prone skin as well, are sensitive to retinol, this is probably going to be a product you're going to want to pass. This is probably more geared towards those with normal to oily skin that aren't sensitive or acne-prone. I think those categories would probably benefit from it more and probably like it more. Again, if you have dry skin, I just found this to be a little bit more drying, and it could be just from a little bit of that retinol in there, or just from some of the other ingredients or the fragrance kind of being drying or irritating. So I didn't think it performed as good as other products I've used. So I've definitely got some other good serums that I love, but this one is not going to be in that category, unfortunately. My 9th criteria is the price, and this is the full size, which is 1 ounce and sells for $34. However, if you check Walgreens or Ulta, frequently have it buy one, get one half off, or we'll have it on sale. So it's worth waiting until you can get a good deal on it, because $34, you probably should be getting some percentage off if you shop around a little bit. So. But otherwise, I didn't think that was ridiculously expensive for a serum, especially if it's a serum you end up liking. And then my 10th criteria is the it factor and too much fragrance. I don't really think they should specifically market this towards face and neck, because it really doesn't do anything different for the neck than anything else would. So if you use a normal serum and use it on your neck, I don't think this offers anything specific for the neck area. And then the fact that fragrance is higher on the ingredient list than a lot of beneficial ingredients is kind of my pet peeve that cosmetic companies do. So I'm looking forward to some of the new number 7 products I purchased recently. Looking at the ingredient list of those look like they have far less fragrance, or I think there might even be fragrance free. So stay tuned for those if you're a number 7 fan, and hopefully they'll offer something a little bit better than what this one has to offer. So I don't know, number 7 tends to make the misstep of either including denatured alcohol or too much fragrance in almost all of their products that I've tried. So I'm really looking forward to some of those new ones that I purchased. So I don't know, we'll see what they have to offer. So anyway, so some people will, I'm sure, like this and not have an issue with the fragrance, but for me it was just a little too much. But I'm interested if you guys have had a chance to try this, and if you did like it, let me know what you liked about it, or if you didn't, also let me know. So leave a comment. I love hearing from you guys. Check out nobsbeauty.com and the Amazon link below. Thank you so much, guys.